Hello YouTube and welcome to another MMD PMD tutorial. I apologize for not making a video in a while. I have just been very busy with school and work. I also do not have my DA accounts anymore because unfortunately the first one I had got hacked and then I just deleted it. I didn't want to deal with it. Then I made another one. That one got hacked too. And I actually, messaged customer support and blah, 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 blah. And since nothing got resolved, I just deleted that one too. I will not be making another one. Because I said that last time and I ended up making another one anyway. If I do, it'll definitely be later down the line. So yeah, for now, I'm just working with YouTube and I got a Facebook page as well. So I will go ahead and link the Facebook page in the description. So this video is actually a part 2 of how to use MMD. In the first one, it was how to load up models, how to add an effect onto your character, how to load on a stage, a background, etc., etc. This one is just going to be really quick, very brief on how to make your own camera data, how to make poses, how to save pose data, and how to make your own motion data. So the first thing that we're going to do is pose data. So first, normally over here, if the person took the time to fill all the stuff in, just like how you see some writing here, all of this would have writing, and even the little sub things would have writing. But this is just a test model, and so I didn't really bother with it. So you can use these to make poses, but you can also just click your select button and just click on the individual bones, which is personally what I do anyway. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do it this way. And with pose data, of course, you can also, manipulate the face. So first, actually, let's go ahead and just manipulate the face. We're going to go ahead and the smiling eyes. And after you do what you want, make sure you push register. If not, it will go away. With the mouth, let's just do that. And let's just keep the face like that. Remember, again, make sure to push register with each one. Okay, so now if you want to work with the body, press select. And if you want to move the model's position, you can use these if you want. I don't really care about that, so I'm not really going to mess with those. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. Go ahead and move the arm. And as soon as you get it to where you want, just make sure you come over here and press register. You have to press register. Again, it will go back to the same way it was before. Let's go ahead and just move this arm down. Press register. And if you want to test where you're at, like you find out you did something like that, it doesn't matter if you press register because you can still just come over here and move the arm to where you want. Make sure, again, you press register. Okay, so this is, something stupid, doesn't really make sense. Let's just say this is what you want, and you're done. And the next thing you have to do is, if you'd like to save it, is go and save your pose data. So if you want to save your pose data, sorry, I had to pause the video for a second. I had to go do something. What you want to do is you need to come to... Sorry, I can't remember where it was at. It's in Edit. You want to go to Edit, select all bone frames, edit again, select all facial frames, edit one more time, and then select all display IKOP frame. What that does is it just selects everything on your whole entire model. If you do not do that, the pose will definitely not save correctly. Unfortunately, sometimes there's little glitches and issues where it doesn't save properly even if you do all that. So I can't guarantee that it will work every time. How to fix it, honestly, I do not know. I've tried before, and I honestly think it's just some annoying glitches. So again, make sure you go to Edit, select all 3 of these, then you go to File, Save Pose Data, and I always put Practice, and let's see if it works afterwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this model. Let's go ahead and load up another one. Okay, I want to put an effect. Oh, it already has the effect on. I was wondering why it looks so good already. So yes, then what you want to do to test it out is go to File, Load Pose Data, and put your practice one on. As you can see, it did mess up a little bit. It could be the model's fault. It could be because something accidentally didn't select all the way. And again, it could just be this model in general. Like I said, unfortunately, that's just the way stuff works sometimes, and you just have to work with it a little bit, and you can try to figure out, et cetera, et cetera. And to see if it may just be a model, you can try using a different model and see if everything works that way. And if it does work fine that way, it was probably just a model you were using to begin with. Because sometimes you can use a model and it may only work for that certain model, and it may not work for, if you use a model with even with the same base file, it still may not even work with that one. So it's unfortunate, it's pretty tricky, but that is how you do it. So the next thing is going to be how to make camera data. So got my effect on already. So if you want to make camera data, the first thing is, if you're doing it to like a motion, you download a motion and you find out it doesn't have a camera, just go ahead and load your motion up. And if you want first, you can just play through the whole thing, watch it on YouTube just to see what it looks like, so you can maybe kind of get a feel for what you want to do. So okay, let it play through, and you figure out you want to start the beginning, like really close to the model's face or something. Well, as soon as you get your camera to where you want it, I forgot to mention first, you come over here to Model Manipulation, you go to Camera Light and Accessories first, and then you just get the camera where you want it. So let's just say, again, you want it up close to the face. Then you come over here and you press Register. If you do not press Register, it will not save it. After you get your first frame set, you come up here to Frame Manipulation, and you just click it until you want to move the camera again. So as you can see, the model's starting to move very slowly. So let's just say I want to zoom all the way out, come over here, and then Register. And just to make this a lot quicker, I'm going to just go over here, move this over here, Register. Just make sure you're registering every single time, or again, it's going to mess up, and then you're going to be really sad because you spent like 3 hours doing it, and now you got to start all over. That's the only bad thing with making camera and motion data, is they take a very, very long time. Also, another tip, you cannot put stuff too close together, because if so, it just looks really, really, really bad, because then the camera is switching back and forth really, really, really fast. I learned that the hard way when I first tried to make my own camera data and stuff. So after you get everything you want, pretend I did it all the way, you push play, and then you can see what it looks like. As you can see, I went pretty far between mine, and the camera's still moving pretty quick. So I will show you an example of what I mean. If you are going too close together between your motion, your camera data, it's going to start looking pretty bad, because then it's just way too fast. Okay, I'm going to do a few more so you can see what I'm talking about. You can also, if you want, you can change light manipulation here. So if you want it to be like, the model, of course, is going to change color since I don't have a, a background on or anything. It just change it her. But when you change your light manipulation, just make sure you press register for that as well. Okay, so if you do what I was talking about, it's gonna look like this. See how of course, this doesn't always look bad if you want your camera to be like this. And you just don't want to make your whole entire thing like this because then you're just gonna give people a headache, and nobody's even, nobody will want your motion data, your camera data, etc. But that's actually pretty much all you do to actually set it up. Now to actually save it, it's pretty much the same. Kind of the same thing as if you're saving a pose data. What you do with this is you come down here, you put 0, and then you figure out where the motion data ends. So for here, for this one, it looks like it's 3721. So you type that in down here, and after, I always push range select just in case. After you do that, you go to File, Save Motion Data, save it as whatever you want, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to put it literally blah, and then it should save it. This, every time, this is not like the pose data where sometimes it'll work, sometimes it may not work. Your camera data, if you save it correctly, should work every single time. So, just to make sure, let's go ahead and just get a new thing up so we can test it. It's going to load a model up. And I'm going to go ahead and see if it looks like the effect's on. Okay. I don't like having any of this stuff on in my background, so I'm going to go ahead and get all this crap off. So what you do is you go to File, Load Motion Data. First, I forgot again, you come down to Model Manipulation, go Camera Light Accessory, then you go to File, Load Motion Data, and then put on your camera. So as you can see, so far it's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and push play, and as you can see, the camera data is working perfectly fine. Again, if you save it correctly, it should work fine every single time. Sometimes, as you can see, the light manipulation didn't change. Sometimes that does not always work. At least in my experience, the light manipulation, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. So yeah, that's all you do with trying to save camera data. Motion data is a lot harder. It's the hardest one. It's very annoying. It takes forever to work with. Most people, you can make your own motion data, of course, and it's literally everything that I've been saying so far. So I'm just going to do a quick little something or other. Let's just say you want your model, this one's knees don't bend, but let's just say you want her to jump up and down. So you start it out normal, so you push register, and you also have to be careful. If you go too close, the model's going to move way too fast. So it's pretty much, if you're new to this, it's just experimenting with how far away things need to go and all that. So let's just say you want your model to jump, so go however far away you want to go. Put the model where you want it to go next. Then do the same thing, register, and you just keep repeating this process with every small little motion that you make your model do. It's very, very time consuming and it's very annoying, but that's just the way it is. And this is only just one way to do it if you're making your own. So, of course, when you're done, and like I said, I'm just doing a really simple thing so you can see how it's done. To test it, you just push play, and you can see, like, obviously certain parts of that, if a model was jumping, way, way too slow. It's just trial and error. Go back, tweak a few things a little bit, and then just go from there. To save it, it's the same exact thing with saving camera data. You put your 0 here, and you figure out where your end is. So mine was 119. You type that in here, and then you go File, Save Motion Data, and you save your motion data as whatever you want. Now, the other way to, I'm going to get a new one really quick. The other way to make motion data is to actually go to File, and you can, it's not File, I can't remember where it is. You actually go to background. Sorry, I haven't been on MMD in a while, so my brain's already starting to forget everything. Go to background. You go to load background AVI file. I actually don't have any right now, but what you would do is you would click on the AVI file that you want, and the video would actually appear in your background. And this is what most people do. They set their model up to match the AVI file in the background, and they very slowly make the model's motions fit with the video in the background. Obviously, it's a lot easier than making your own. Still takes a very, very long time to do it. And of course, you can save everything the same way. Put 0 here, put where it ends, save it, and then test it. So sorry I did go a little quick and I kind of rambled a little bit, but that's pretty much a really quick review on how to do the poses and the motion data and the camera data. So if you do have any questions or comments or concerns or any of that, you can leave me a message. Write a comment on Facebook. You can follow the Facebook page. You can message me on there, or you can leave a comment on something. I'll try to post more videos closer together, but I can't guarantee anything. So yeah, please just leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and I will see you guys in the next video.